she's going to have a baby any second. Representing March 2011, please welcome Julia Cole.
Hi, thanks for coming. Thanks for having me. I feel really happy to be included in this calendar because I moved here from New York almost 8 years ago, and I've now lived in LA about as long as I lived in New York, which is very exciting. And I feel like moving from New York, you have to get used to the seasons here and kind of incorporate them into your writing and into how you think about the world. And Terry and Writers at Work is an important part of that, so I'm honored to be part of the calendar. This is my calendar poem. Possibly an overstatement. It's like the end of the dark ages this afternoon as spring comes to our canyon and the brown stalks are lit underneath with green. The promise of a few weeks will change it. We have more life in us, more rest and hope in us, more peace in the small culture of our house, more peace to create a renaissance, a new era of not just having bodies, but linking them to the world. Energy to be able to make it, maybe. A new era of the mind after a long, dark time of just surviving. Today, we have come out on this hill and are able to look out across the valley where we live and see it. It takes a long time to end an era, though, and we are still in the rainy season, what we call winter here, the jasmine not yet blooming on the vine. This is another season-y kind of poem called Bees. This is also written in the same home where I lived when I wrote that poem my first time, living in a real house, which, you know, living in a house is something you don't really do in New York. It's called Bees. When I say there are bees, I mean when you step out the door, you hear a motor, but there's nothing running. They're swarming in the oak that shades our front yard. Intellectually, I feel awed at the power of nature, but emotionally, I am scared they will kill us. When I was 5, a swarm of hornets chased my father and me through the house after he hit their nest with a mower. Intellectually, I feel awed that they picked us instead of the fig tree across the street or the pomegranate up the hill. They know what they need, these bees, and it's our tree. People are talking about the decline of the bee, but I assure you they're alive and well here in Highland Park. Today, some workers stood on their van to reach figs hanging over the street, and I wanted to tell them, run for your lives, and then to follow them when they drove away heavy with fruit. Intellectually, I feel awed at so much flowering, but sick from the pollen raining down that the bees must be dropping, and emotionally, I'm choking. This last one is it's kind of a moving from it's my Jacaranda poem. I feel like everybody who lives in LA should have that. It's I don't know if you've ever called and left yourself a message on your cell phone to remind yourself of something, and then forgotten that you did it. It's called I Called Me on My Birthday. I was in Los Angeles watching blooms fall from a jacaranda tree. I had just learned what to call a jacaranda tree. My block was purple overhead, but mostly underfoot. I wanted to record it, the end of blooming. I left myself a message. My voice was tight, unused to addressing me. Then I got on a plane. I emerge in New York today, red-eyed, crumpled but intact, and find a message waiting. First, I don't recognize my voice. I've never heard myself from so far away. I say, even on the ground, they hold their shape, buoyant, coiled. So far, they've lost only how the tree defined them. It's me, calling to say there's more to lose. Good news.